Alright, 69-second summary for the new Mega Gengar EX deck, which a surprising number of people didn't believe me when I said it was coming out today because they didn't trust their pilot. As expected, the Mega Gengar and Mega Diancie Mega Battle decks are now available in live a day ahead of the physical launch tomorrow. You can buy the decks in the shop for 600 trainer points or just craft the necessary cards with trade credits. The whole strategy with Mega Gengar EX is to get it in play, then pretend like it's your 50th caught fletchling and never touch it again. That's because its ability reduces the prize cards your opponent takes by 1 if a Darkness Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an EX. Basically, if Raging Bolt EX KOs Seviper with Gengar in play, they get nothing. In order for the deck to work, there's a 3/3 line of Toxtricity. Sinister Surge accelerates a Darkness energy from deck to a bench Darkness Pokemon. Sure, it gets 2 damage counters, but Munkidori can use this to its advantage. The main attackers you want to build up with Toxtricity are Roaring Moon EX, who takes big one-hit KOs, and Seviper, who does 240 damage with Gengar in play. Throw in Fezandipiti and Pecharunt, both of whom give up 1 less prize thanks to Gengar, and you have a deck that exists. Just be aware that Gengar's weak to fighting, so Lucario is a huge problem, especially since it's one of the free decks right now. And Gengar didn't really do a whole lot in Japan. But until today, my glorious feet never touched the card. So you know I'll make it work. Okay, this is a pretty goated starting hand. We just go TM Evolution. We have to assume that in the next 8 cards, we're going to get an Energy or an Earthen Vessel and a Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Okay, so we got the Earthen Vessel. I guess what I do is I just get rid of the Arven and we go for double Energy. It doesn't even matter because we didn't get the Poffin. So I'm just kind of in a situation where we just hope that we have double Haunter in the deck and then just kind of lose. Okay, we got double Haunter, so that's the good news. The bad news is we didn't get a single Toxel. And PP Jackson, yeah, there was a YouTube video about someone mentioning that the new Gengar and Diancie decks were out today. You know, he sounded pretty handsome and his feet sounded really smooth. But this is hopefully a mirror match. I'm assuming it's a mirror match. And it's spooky because it's a reference to the dead game. Yeah, the game they destroyed and never gonna let me down. No. #1 pilot. So I'll show you when Mega Gengar comes into play. You can check out the tweet on my Twitter account. And if I seem a little more antsy than normal, it's because we are against the clock here. The PTCGL dev is either going to ban Gengar today or tomorrow. Typically, they wait, you know, about 24 hours before banning a card that's broken. So hopefully we'll be spared. But this is PTCGL, so you never really know. All right, so let's do that. We're going to Lillie's Determination. And this could be a situation where we just Mega Gengar all freaking day. Okay, so we're going to Nest Ball for... Oh, well, that would explain why we don't have Tatsugiri. Oh, because it's in the hand. All right, so we have to go for Toxel. And then I think it's just end turn. Right? Because we can't do anything. Okay, so the whole thing with Mega Gengar was Shadowy Concealment. The second sentence of that ability. The effect of Shadowy Concealment does... Ah, crap. Doesn't stack. It stacks. The effect of Shadowy Concealment does stack. Because this is a well-made game. So I have to be very cognizant of the fact that I can't put 2 Mega Gengar in play. I'm trying to keep this on the up and up. You know, if there's enough time and it's not banned... then what I will do is I will include a gameplay of, you know, a quad Gengar deck just to show you how absolutely filthy broken it is. Yeah, if you have 3, well, yeah, I would assume. I only tested it with 2 just because I got really bored. All right, so I can't put this one in play. That's very, very important. Let's go Tatsugiri. I mean, I can't just take the KO, right? So let's just go Retreat into the Gengar and then Void Gale for 460 on a Monkey. Send the energy back and, you know, I'll keep this in the YouTube video. It seems like they're having a really tough time. So this might not be a competitive game, but there's so much to talk about that I will, you know, keep this in the YouTube video just because I tweeted about it. Thank you, Hayden, on the Discord. There were a couple posts on the PTCGL subreddit after I tweeted it out that this is broken. So yes, the effect of Shadowy Concealment does stack. And it's crazy because Mega Evolution base set, aside from the card bleed and the, you know, resurgence of the pink card, purple card glitch, Mega Evolution went pretty smoothly, right? All things considered, Mega Evolution was it was smooth like my feet. It was a very smooth launch. But you remember, you go back to Black Bolt and White Flare. That was a gong show. That was horrible. Because Black Bolt and White Flare, they had to ban the Archeops, the Hydreigon EX, because it allowed the other Hydreigon EX to take extra prizes. And then what was the other card? They had to ban a third card, I think, from Black Bolt and White Flare because they don't know what they're doing. Because the PTCGL dev is really, really knowledgeable. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Prism Energy, right, that's what it was. Prism Energy. Okay, so let's just go get one Toxel. Because we don't need a ton going on right now, so we'll just TM Evolvify this guy. We go... Oh, yeah, we want to send, I guess, a little bit of... Oh, my God, PTCGL. Okay, all right, and then we want to take the damage off the Gengar and put it on that guy. And let's go TM Evolution. Actually, I could just go get the Pecharunt, which maybe is what I should have done, but remember, we can't evolve into the Gengar. That is part of it. We can't evolve into the Gengar. And what's really sad is that there were 19 new cards today. 19 new cards. There were realistically, I mean, Dawn and Grimsley's move. Dawn is more playable, but Dawn's very easy to code. The Diancie deck only has Diancie and Wondrous Patch. Wondrous Patch is just Dark Patch and Metal Saucer for Psychic Energy, so that's easy. Okay, I think they might have done that wrong. So yes, Wondrous Patch is easy. Diancie, there's nothing special about that card. It's just, you know, 240, discard 2 energy. And Never Gonna Let Me Down, I think they did. Right, yeah, Steven's Metagross could accelerate to everybody. Steven's Metagross's ability says it can only accelerate to Metal and Psychic, but they screwed that up too, and it could accelerate to anybody. So they just do not read the cards. Yeah, we had the Grand Tree issue where you could evolve, you know, a Hops something into a non-Hop something.
I'm only here to wheeze at the misplays.
Bandit, thank you. All right, so we need the Pecharunt EX if we're going to win this game. Is essentially what we're learning here. And they only have one Munkidori. I really thought this was going to be Gengar, but I did see that a Munkidori Frostlass deck won a Limitless tournament, so maybe that's why. So Frostlass, Munkidori. But it's just, remember when I made a video a month or two ago titled Pokemon TCG Live is never getting better? Again, this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. PTCGL is never getting better. Shiny Ray, Clamburglar already made that joke. Your street's behind. All right, let's Munkidori from you, and we'll put it on. I guess I just want to put it on. Yeah, I think we just fill up their Munkidori. Like they're going to have a bench space open to do some things. But this feels fine. Yeah, we'll go Void Gale. I have to pass the energy back, so maybe I should have benched the Munkidori, but I'm very afraid of commitment. Remember, we can't attack with the Haunter, though, but I guess I can attack with the Haunter to do 40 damage. Or sorry, we can't attack with the Mega Gengar that the Haunter evolves from, because then that would invalidate it. Though I guess because we're not facing an EX deck, it doesn't really matter. It would only matter if they attacked with the Pecharunt. So I think in this matchup specifically, I can evolve into the second Mega Gengar, right? Because they're probably not going to have an EX. If they do have an EX, it's going to be Mega Absol. And Mega Absol goes through Gengar's ability because remember, well, actually, we don't know. I got sent a tweet that I think if it's poison damage, the ability works as well. Someone sent me a tweet saying, oh, also if it's poison damage, the ability activates. So maybe if it's an effective and attack, that also works. So I think, yeah, for this matchup, I think I can do it. I think we're on the up and up. If I do that, it's all okay. And oh no, somebody said, I just didn't read it. I didn't have time to read it because reading is for nerds, but just, this was, oh my God, this has been one of the worst launch days. Like we all remember the Pokemon Go debacle. That was a travesty 3 or whatever years ago. Watch my playlist of Trust Your Pilot rants about Pokemon TCG Live to find out more. But this one is really bad because every competitive player is mad because they can't test for Las Vegas. There's multiple tournaments coming up over the next few weeks, and they can't test for them. Okay, they can't test for them because the ladder is going to have Mega Diancie in it. They can't test for a format that's not going to exist for another month IRL. So they have to get friends, which we all know is impossible. We all know having friends is impossible. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. So yeah, I think we can... Can I do anything with this? I don't think I can. I don't think the air balloon actually makes a huge difference. But it does mean we can just knock out their Munkidori. I don't know why they didn't... Trust Your Pilot is so good at math, isn't he? Isn't Trust Your Pilot amazing at math? Yeah, we're trying to play this legit. I don't want to exploit Mega Gengar. So that's kind of the whole thing. So yeah, we'll put this Munkidori down. I know we're opening ourselves up for a Pecharunt thing. But just in case, I will not evolve into my other one, okay? Just in case. I don't want anyone calling me out for not saying... for putting, you know, another Gengar into play. Like, oh, Pilot, you cheated. You put the second Gengar in play, and then they whipped out their Mega Absol, and they used Claw of Darkness because they have period cramps or something. And Lucas, everyone has drops now. So if you're... Oh, we prized the Pecharunt. Of course we did. The one card we need in this matchup. So yeah, every competitive player is big upset right now. They are incensed. They are lax incensed. I guess they just bring up the damaged Munkidori, like the heavily damaged Munkidori. Oh, the less damaged Munkidori. The one that doesn't make sense to bring up. Because, yeah, Las Vegas is this weekend. They can't test for it because that's just not something. And Bandit, yeah, it stacks. You can check out my Twitter account. It's just, it's bad all around. Vegas is not this weekend. Well, whatever. So they said something is happening, okay? I don't pay attention to tweets. Okay, well, they still can't test for it anyways. Regardless, they still can't test for it. And we just have game, by the way. Yeah, we just had game with the Prime Catcher. They saw me get the Prime Catcher. I just bring up the Pecharunt. Or I could have just put the damage counters on Pecharunt. So that is game one with Mega Gengar. I will talk more about how bad it is in the next video because we kind of stomped them and I had to talk about how just... I'm not going to make a rant video because this is my rant part of the video. They screwed up so bad, but this is PTCGL. There's no way. Wait, this isn't Mega Venusaur. Wait, so it's okay if I lose. It's okay if I lose because this isn't Mega Venusaur. You know what? I'm going to try. Okay, I think all I have to do is... Earthen Vessel away the Toxtricity. We're going to play it a little bit safe here. And I'm just going to go for the Mega Gengar next turn, because I don't think they got it like that. Please tell me you don't have an Iono. And why so many Leafeon? Because it's really good. Leafeon is good right now. I think this is just Leafeon with Meganium. I don't think there's going to be Venusaur in here. Because remember, Verdant Storm, 60 damage for each energy attached to all your opponent's Pokemon. It's a great backup attacker. Yes, research. Let my Iono breathe, baby. So they have, what do we call this? Ogerpon Leafeon? Sure, let's call it an Ogerpon Leafeon. So what I learned with this deck is that it's too much. Toxtricity is not good enough. Like, you have to have 3 Toxtricity in play plus Munkidori, and then you have to manually attach to the Munkidori, triple Toxtricity, in order to get the boost from everything, like to get the Munkidori healing, to get the Toxtricity acceleration. It is not the second coming of Dark Patch. I can tell you that much for very damn sure. Dark Patch is better. Professor Sada's Vitality is better. Janine's Secret Art arguably is better. It's just the fact that you have to have 3 stage 1s in play in order to play this version of the deck with Seviper and everything. As I did my testing, I learned that, you know, I talked about in the preview videos, if you're attacking with Mega Gengar, things are going bad. Turns out, Gengar's probably the attacker you want to use. You mostly want to play this as a Toxtricity Gengar deck, but then Gengar doesn't need Toxtricity, it just needs Janine's Secret Fart, or Energy Sticker, or Turbo Energize, or, you know, just like Sada's Vitality Energy Switch. It doesn't need a lot. And then it passes an energy back. And Afro Samurai, the vibes are terrible because the PTCGL dev doesn't know what they're doing. So you'll hopefully see it in this matchup if I get some basics. Of course I won't, because that'll make too much sense. And see, my plan worked perfectly. And watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch how amazing I am at Pokemon cards. All right, we can't knock out the Leafeon, but we can knock out a Teal Masked Ogerpon. Yeah, the vibes are bugged. All right, we draw 6. So I think, honestly, just take out the Toxtricity. You don't need it. Toxtricity is too much of a liability. Let's go for Toxel. They can't take a knockout, so I'm not really worried about that. And then I think it's just... Oh, man, do I put... I guess we just... Yeah, we use Void Gale, and then we pass the energy back to Seviper. Because, yeah, the reason this didn't do really anything in Japan is because the list is very busy. The list is very, very busy. A lot of things have to go right. And handsomest PTCGL player, there you go. It reduces the prize cards they take by 1 if they take a knockout with an EX with Gengar in play. So it has a lot of versatility. But I think the idea that we all had, and the idea that people in Japan had of pairing Gengar with Toxtricity, because Toxtricity accelerates energy, it just doesn't work. There's just too much going on. There's not enough space for Munkidori, 3 Toxtricity, Gengar, Seviper, Pecharunt, Fezandipiti. So I think if you want to play Mega Gengar, cut out the Toxtricity and play it as Mega Gengar, and then, you know, maybe try the Sableye. So I think Mega Sharpedo with Toxtricity is better. That's going to be better because Sharpedo just another stage 1. It has free retreat. It gives out 3 prizes, but that'll be fine. There's fun ways to play it. So take out the Toxtricity from Gengar. Remember, we're in this format for 3 weeks. Yeah, that's the Saturday deck Meta Knight, man, is Absol Toxtricity with Munkidori. That should be a lot better. But remember, we're in this format for 3 weeks, and there's really only like 4 playable cards that came out. So I'm going to be doing a lot. I'm going to be doing your mom a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot of Gengar, a lot of Wondrous Patch. And realistically, the only truly impactful card from Phantasmal Flames that'll like invalidate the decks that I'm building now is Battle Coliseum or Battle Cage or Combat Cage or whatever it's called. It's the card that, you know, protects against damage counters. So I think it's okay to upload these now because it's like, yeah, Battle Coliseum is the only impactful card, but not a lot of these decks care about Battle Coliseum. It's just going to be a card that helps a few decks here and there that I'm playing. Right, like, because yes, Munkidori is impacted by Battle Coliseum, but you can always play your own stadiums. You can always bump those. And don't forget that Roaring Moon discards a Battle Coliseum. And never gonna let me down. Bad competitive. Oh, it's a terrible competitive set. It's a horrible competitive set. Okay. Let's go. Huh, I think we just hit him with the old buddy, but oh, I can get a tool. No, they conceded because they knew I was going to take the knockout. Well, this is going to stay in the YouTube video as well because, again, I ranted, and this is probably going to get banned by the time you see this video, so I kind of have to show less than amazing videos, or less than amazing games, but Void Gale against Teal Masked Ogerpon is insane because you can knock out a Teal Masked Ogerpon, and then they have a very tough time knocking you out because you're weak to fighting, not grass. And if they do knock you out, they only take 2 prizes, not 3. So it's hilarious. Now we find out, does Lena get to take a prize with poison? Because there's multiple issues with Gengar, least of which is the fact that the ability stacks, but there might be a glitch where the poison keeps it from taking a prize. Ah, there we go. So it's double broken. So PTCGL is even more broken than we originally thought. Oh, this is such a well-made game, isn't it? This is the wellest made game of all time. Oh my god, this game is terrible. Okay, so we can really show this off then, can't we? Oh my god, so I'll explain why that shouldn't happen. I shouldn't have to, but we're going to have to because this is PTCGL. Yeah, absolutely working as intended. I see I see no issues here with that. It's that, what, the Mr. Deeds, or no, the Big Daddy meme. I see no issues with this. Okay. So there's a lot to unpack here. It's like we just moved house, is what people in the UK say. If one of your Darkness Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, that player takes one fewer prize card. The Gastly was knocked out by poison, which is not damage from an attack, and yet the ability triggered. So that is one issue. The other issue is that the effect of Shadowy Concealment stacks. It should not stack. So not only did they screw this up one way, which is egregious enough, and also, no, you have to take the knockout with Binding Mochi for it to be a thing. But yeah, we can really show you. We can really show you. So yeah, Lena, take the knockout next turn with Illusory Impulse. Take the knockout with Illusory Impulse, and it'll be even more funnier. Okay, so I go Arvin for Ultra Ball. We get the other Gengar, so you're going to take 0 prizes for this, which is hilarious. You're going to take 0 prizes for knocking out a Mega Gengar because PTCGL is a well-made game. PTCGL is the wellest of well-made games in all the land. And for the YouTube viewers who are seeing this for the first time, we're just getting testy. We're playing with our balls and we're getting testy. This is all for fun, just to show you how poorly designed PTCGL is. Because PTCGL is, as we all know, a well-made game. So, it is insane. It is insane how terribly made this game is. But that's what I said in my video. Pokemon TCG Live is never getting better. Yeah, see, it prevented your opponent from taking any prize cards. Because I had 3 Gengar in play, they took 0 prizes. Again, would you like to see the reason why that shouldn't have happened? Would you like to see the reason why that shouldn't be the case? It's called reading. You know, I don't know how to read or do math, but I also don't get paid to, you know, make this game work. Right, we also prize that. So, again, the effect of Shadowy Concealment doesn't stack. The maximum this should be reduced is by 1. If you have 4 Mega Gengar, well, I guess 3, because you can't give up 4 prizes unless they do the thing. So, this game is so stupid. It just doesn't surprise me. It's broken in 2 different ways, so this card will be banned because the PTCGL dev is so cool. They just know what they're doing. You know, they had to ban 3 cards after Black Bolt and White Flare came out. They're going to have to ban Mega Gengar on a day where 19 cards came out. Oh my god. So, yes, if they don't ban it, clearly it's working as intended, so just go crazy. If the card is not banned yet, put 4 Mega Gengar in your deck, give up 0 prizes, and just have a lot of fun. Lena, thank you for the game. We learned something today, and learning is half the battle. Janine Secret Art is a great top deck, though, right? So if I go Nest Ball for Baby Moon, but no, because I want to be able to get a Gengar. Okay, so yeah, we have to go for Baby Moon, and then Earthen Vessel away the booster, get 2 energy. Okay, and then Janine, 1, 2. That's good. I got this. I'm going to math my way to victory here. I am the smartest person alive. And then we go retreat, attach, and then honestly, I think we just Squawkabilly. Because there's no way we don't get a Gengar here off of this Squawkabilly. We also don't... We got this. Okay, YouTube audience, this is going in the video because this is the perfect matchup. I had the perfect matchup against our Chaladon. Opponent decided not to play anymore. So that sucked. Okay. We go get the Gastly, and then we faced off against Palafin. Another perfect matchup. Literally could not envision a more perfecter matchup than facing off against Palafin. So guess what happened? PTCGL decided, hey, what if you just never found your Gengar? And we lost because of it, and it was great. But I'm feeling it right now. Okay, we have a terrible hand. I probably should have put the Pecharunt down. We have a terrible hand if they Iono us, but luckily they're not going to Iono us. We're going to be fine. We're going to finally activate Gengar. We're going to end this travesty of a deck, of an archetype. This card is terrible. Do not play Gengar. Oh, God, it's so bad. I'm going to have to play this card like 5 more times in the next 3 weeks. Not looking forward to it. And then, of course, they judge me. Great. You're like my psychiatrist when I said I have a thing for feet. Okay, so we got this. But the reason you don't want to play Gengar, aside from the fact that everyone's playing Lucario, is that everyone is playing Gardevoir and everyone's also playing Alakazam. 2 matchups where nothing good happens. So Alakazam is not a good matchup because they can just one-shot your Gengar and go through the ability. Gardevoir is not a good matchup because Gardevoir doesn't take knockouts with the EX. It's just a horrible situation, to be sure. Okay, we got this. We absolutely freaking got this. We go Artisan for Baby Moon. I think this is a research turn. Oh, God, is this a research turn? So if I go... I have to I have to PTCGL proof this. All right, so let's go Fezandipiti first in case we get what we need. We got nothing that we needed. We got literally nothing that we needed. Okay, so I have to... Oh, God, is this an Iono turn? What is this? What are we doing? Dr. Pelipper, thank you for the sub. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, so if we get rid of Iono and research, and then we go for another Baby Moon, and then we Sawdust to both, then we can energy switch and do something. Okay. Oh, geez, what did I do? Okay, yes, what? No, yes, okay, what? Okay, there we go. Things happened. We got Cedar Box. Not that I need it right now. Okay, so I want to retreat into this guy. We're going to need the energy switches if we want to win, though. So I want to go energy switch to you, and then attach that there. And Dr. Pelipper, thank you. Yes, it was all PTCGL's fault. Thank you for acknowledging that. Okay, we can win this game. We just have to be able to get a Gengar. You'll notice that I haven't seen a Gengar and a Rare Candy in the same hand, despite things supposedly going my way, and they are not. Yeah, the Palafin player, it went bad. You can check out the VOD if you're subscribed to the VOD's channel. I'll get that up. I'm still not posting videos to the VOD channel, so I have like 3 weeks to get caught up on, and I'll release a video a day. So when you see the Mega Gengar launch day VOD in like a month, once the channel's monetized, skip ahead to 2 hours and 20 minutes and relive the pain. Because this is what it's been all day, is I can't get Gengar up. I can't get it up. And when I can get it up, it's just Alakazam and Gardevoir all day, or it's Lucario. It's rough out there. It's rough out there for cool people like me. Okay, so I'm just gonna go directly into Gengar. I'm not messing around anymore. We're not messing around. We're not screwing around anymore. Okay, what the hell? Okay, so we flipped the script. We got the rare oh my God, we got the rare candy. This is bad though, right? No, if I go Sawdust. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, so we have to go Secret Box. What can we even do here? All right, so we have to go, yeah, get rid of these guys. And then I need, like, oh my God, what do I even do? Okay, we get this. Sure. And Nest Ball, okay. We're going to draw into everything we need now, okay? Remember, we have everything we need in our deck, and we are going to get it. Because we have the rare candy, now we just need one of our 2 Gengar off of a draw of 3. Literally the easiest thing in the world that could happen here is to get a Gengar. Oh my God! Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is great. I don't know why you're so concerned because we're out of Palpad and Sawdust Vitality. There's nothing bad that could happen. It can only good happen, right? Okay. Yeah, I see that, PTCGL. Thank you. Okay, so we put that there. We're down everything. We can't even play the game anymore. That's cool. All right. Sure. Let's just end turn. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we used our Ultra Ball earlier, and we used our Ultra Balls earlier. We had to get rid of the PAL Pad because I thought, oh, it's okay to leverage our Sawdust Vitality and our PAL Pad because if we get a Gengar, that changes everything. It changed nothing. I should not have done that. This game is... Your next card is Gengar? I hope so. Okay. Hopefully, Jamming Tower, that's annoying. Go for the Squawkabilly. Okay? Just go for the Squawkabilly, take your prizes, and have fun. That's all you need to do. All you need to do is just go for the Squawk. Just knock out the Squawkabilly, buddy. Okay, you haven't played a single Gust card, or you probably pal-patted them back in, because if I was playing Cerulege, I'd lose everything. Oh, they're gonna... Okay, they got Abysmal Flames. This is great. Okay, so we take the knockout with the Baby Moon, and we get the Gengar. There we go. You were right. It was the next freaking card, because PTCGL is the worst game ever made. All right, great. And then we flip the script. Okay, I don't think I have anything left in deck to get. Be really cool if I had energy. Ooh, we do have an energy. Well, those are terrible cards. Okay, and then we bump, set, and spike, right? And then we go boom. I will Vengeance Fletchling, because I am Vengeance. Oh, wait, no. Do we go? No, we go for the Cerulege, yes. We save our Gust cards, because I am Vengeance. I don't know how we're going to win because we're out of everything, but at least we got a Mega Gengar into play. Oh, that's great. So yeah, we're down our Super Rod, we're down our PAL Pad, we're out of energy. There's no way that we can actually win this game. So maybe what I should have done is energy switch to the Gengar and take the knockout with the Gengar, pass the energy to the Roaring Moon, and then something happens. I don't know. But yeah, Gengar is bad. Or at least Toxtricity Gengar, Roaring Moon Gengar. You're not missing out if it gets banned. It is just, it is very matchup dependent. Like, I was always like, oh, it can't be as bad as Japanese players said or showed from their results. And it's like, no, it's that bad. Playing it with N Zoroark, I'll probably end up checking that out just to see if it's real. Probably isn't. But you just need so many things to go right. You have to get the right matchup. Otherwise, you just have like 8 dead cards in your deck. Like if you're facing Alakazam, you have 8 dead cards in your deck. Congratulations. If you're facing Gardevoir, again, 8 dead cards. So honestly, I think the quad Gengar list that exploits Kelsey, thank you for the sub. I think the quad Gengar that I tried to use to test the glitch, that actually might be one of the better ones. Just play it with Liepard and Hero's Cape. Because, yeah, Void Gale sucks, but if it just survives, right? If it just survives and you use, like, Wally's Compassion and Pecharunt and stuff. Oh, they're going for the Squawk. They went for the Squawk, everybody. Oh, we can win this one. Okay. We have to go... I need an energy, though. I don't know how I win without an energy. Oh, no, I know how we win. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we have to counter catcher the Squawkabilly. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, so we have to counter catcher the Squawkabilly, and then boss is the Fez, but we have to Iono here. So we go energy switch to the Roaring Moon, yes. Counter catcher the Squawkabilly. Wait, how many? Oh, I should have checked before I did this. I think we're still 10 short, right? Because they just knocked out the Squawk. Yeah, so we have to bring up the Squawk because, yeah, we were 10 short. Okay, and then Iono. And then they're going to have it. We all know they're going to have it. We have to go Pecharunt. So yeah, we definitely want to Pecharunt down. And yeah, let's Artisan, see what's there. Yeah, so we need to Fezandipiti. I also need to thin out the Poffin. Okay. As long as they don't have a Gust card, we do win the game. As long as there's no Gust card, we win the game. They're going to have a Gust card. I can guarantee you that much. They will have a Gust card, and we are going to lose, and we're going to be sad. Okay, so we had the energy switch, but just think if PTCGL, if I would have been smart and, you know, gotten rid of one other ancient card, we could have knocked out the Fez and then won that way. But of course, that's not how things buffed out. So just pretend we live in an alternate universe where things worked out for me. Because all they have to do is bring up anybody and they take a prize. And they haven't, you know, they've used what, 1 bosses? Maybe they don't, maybe they prized their second bosses. We don't know. The fact that they haven't just slammed it down is pretty good. They can't do anything with Solrock. Oh, they might concede. Okay, wait, what can they get? There's double jet. Are they going to go for another Cerulege? That doesn't do anything. They would have to have a fighting, unless they're thinning their deck because they have a fighting, and they want to guarantee that bosses because they are showing quite a bit of energy. Oh! Okay. Don't concede, though. Let me have this. Let me have this victory. No! Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you? See, the YouTube audience, I streamed this deck for 3 hours. It was either they have it or they concede, and I don't get it. Don't play Gengar. It is not good in this world right now. You're either going to face a single prize deck, or you're going to face Lucario, or you're not going to be able to make a YouTube video because people hate you, and also the card's going to be banned. I'm going to obviously play more Gengar decks because that's the format we live in for the next 3 weeks until Phantasmal Flames is out on November 13th. Make sure you check out the Phantasmal Flames playlist for all the preview videos. Subscribe to the channel. And please just say something nice about me in the comments. This was torture.